Hello everyone, this is Dr. Shijun Wang. In today's video, I'm going to continue talking about the Schubert Impromptus, Opus 90, number 2. But before I start today's teaching video, the tutorial, I want to thank all of my YouTube viewers because I just reached 10K, 10,000 subscriber. And of course, the subscriber number doesn't really mean much, but what really I value the most is this platform for me to meet new friends, new colleagues, and to meet a lot of music lovers and students. So this really a topic of piano on YouTube really is a very small topic. And the way I want to make my channel different is that I rarely talk about like very easy pieces. It's almost all the pieces that I'm learning or I performed or I would like to teach. So it's all pretty hard stuff, right? If you want to really make a lot of subscriber, you don't start with Chopin etudes, because even for all the pianists, among all the pianos or piano students, for those who can reach the level of Chopin etudes, I wouldn't say it's even half. So here you go. Because of your support, I continue to explore other possibilities, and I'm performing these. So I touched not only the Chopin etudes ballades, but other classical sonatas and Schubert. So eventually I will be able to cover most of the major composers. And as I go, and this also is a way for me to keep pushing myself of learning new pieces and changing more new repertoires on my concerts. Okay, again, thank you for your support. Let's go back to Schubert. So somehow, number 2 in this set and number 4, I always find them quite similar. The A sections for both pieces are very melodic, linear. Of course, one has a lot of scales, and the other has a lot of arpeggios. Yeah, but it's all linear. And then the middle section or the B section are very chordal. Vertical for all the other. Now even the texture is very similar. Even the register is very similar. Yeah, so a lot of this you can really, again, if you're curious, take a look at the other video on the number 4. Here, first of all, Schubert has 2 different accents on different beats. Yeah, the first accent on the right hand is the first beat, and then for the left hand accent is actually on the second beat. So the way you play is different. But then you don't play both notes accented. The first left hand note is actually a pick up to reach the second beat. And for a majority part of this piece, we don't have a third beat accent until the very end. Yeah, I'm going to show you at the very end. Here there's a voice exchange, right? So make sure you have to emphasize both. Yeah. And balance really is a big issue, because here single melody or single fingers are fighting with pedal, and also the middle voice, which is a chord. So we have to use arm to make sure that the sound is deep and obvious. Yeah. And all of these important melodic notes we have to push with our arm. And here is the thing, we always need to play from the key. Yeah, by using the verb pushing, It basically it implies that you have to start from the surface and then push, right? Because if you don't start from the surface of the key, it's called hitting. And you might think hitting has quicker motion and pushing has slower. It's quite confusing. But if I say, in order to push, you actually have to move quicker. Why? Because you have to move quicker to get ready, right? A lot of the hitting is caused by moving so slowly. Then, I mean, we all have a sense of rhythm. Then if you don't play the note, it's too late. Then you hit, right? But for people who can move faster, they will be able to push. Yeah. So far we have 4 bar measures. We have 4 of them. Yeah. So actually here should be the end of the 4 bar major phrase. However, yeah, this is a added on. This is a extra 4 majors. This almost sounded like a afterthought of the first 16 bars, and this is piano, right? So it's quite a different attitude. And come back. This is the diminished with a cross relation. And here, of course, it's not faster, but then the frequency of dynamic changes is way quicker than they used to be, than the first 20 measures. Another extra. Yeah. So this whole section can be really divided by 4, but then sometimes 5 4 major. The 5th 4 major phrasing really it shows something quite tender and special. This pattern, has a full repetition for 8 measures from measure 127, and then it went on to develop some new. So really, it's in a different key. Instead of the centering in B, this is centering in E. But then everything stays the same, and Schubert is trying to go back to E flat. Yeah. And first he uses a hemiola, still lingering, holding on to the B minor, and then every time I play until here, it's almost like I stepped down an extra step and I'm going to fall, right? This, really, it sounded really like it's a medial relation. It's almost like the minor version of Star Wars movie by John Williams. But then really, it's very effective. Going back to the A section, which we talked about in the previous video, the coda is really, it's even more, I wouldn't say violent, but it's even more intense. Yeah, he was pushing the boundary further and further, harmonically very chromatic. Yeah. chromatic progression. And then, of course, the register keep going higher and higher until, yeah, I don't know really how many keys does Schubert have, but this is already pretty high even on a modern piano. Yeah, now the reaches the highest E flat. And here we finally have an accent on the third beat. Okay, so one, that's the first, and then that's the second. Here on the third. So what do we do? On the third, we push. Yeah. How do we use the pedal at the end? We have to use the pedal, press the pedal together with the hand, release the pedal together with the hand. Because, of course, pedal has so many good functions, sustaining, make things richer, make the tone warmer, but it also kind of diminishes the atmosphere. If we do, it's rounded, right? But here, Schubert put two sforzando at the end, and it's only quarter note. He wanted shorter. Yeah. So really, a lot of Beethoven does this too. So yeah. So it's very short pedal. If it releases a little early, then the hand is okay, but you don't hold it when the hand releases. Okay. Now this is the second one. Next video, I'm going to do the first one, the most symphonic one out of the whole set, right? Of course, he never get tired of singing melodies, but the first one really, I think it's modeled after a symphonic orchestra, and it's quite Beethoven-like, and it's very different from the rest three. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye bye.